Sorry about that. So this one's hard to explain in that, in a literal sense, how I can relate to it, but I've had that person. I still have that person who means everything to me, and I also understand though that they're not always going to be there, and that one day they will have to leave as well. I mean, we all do, in one way or another. And so when I first heard it, I was like, "Well, that's very specific." But then I thought about it, and I was like, "No, that's very universal." And that's the thing; these lyrics on this album are very, they're strange, surreal, talk about things that sound very Lewis Carroll esque, very psychedelic. There's lyrics about the two-headed boy, the two-headed boy's lover feeding him tomatoes and radio wire. There's a mention of a girl who has come back, reincarnated as a boy in Spain who plays pianos that are filled with flames. Um, all kinds of very surreal, um, very oddball kind of things that are actually read very, not only in delivery but lyrically kind of remind me of early Bob Dylan, or not early, but you know, mid '60s protest, Dylan, the Highway 61 revisited Dylan, the bringing it all back home Dylan, a very surrealistic era lyrics for him. Mangum seems to have been very influenced by him, which is always a good thing. And Dylan's impression in the music world, it's understandable. So I highly recommend this album, not just because I love it, and not just because I can relate to it in my own way, but because I feel like it's very interesting just in its own merits. And it is frequently hyped, overhyped, actually. And I could see where that would make someone hesitant to listen to it, especially if you've heard people raving about how great it is. But in my opinion, that praise is warranted, and I don't think that about a lot of things. There's very few albums I think are worthy of the hype that they get, and I think this is one of them. It's just funny because when I first heard the album, I couldn't stand it. I thought it was hipster trash, and I had to listen to it several times before I started to understand it and started to get into it. But I definitely think it's worth a listen. You can find the songs here on YouTube. The whole album is easily found on YouTube, and hopefully you can listen to it. And if you like it, you should purchase it, and support the artist. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys an explanation as to why I love this album, why I think it's worth listening, and I hope you guys do listen to it and enjoy it. And I guess that's it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.